sharing some of the places and moments that have shaped me into who I am today and formulated my passion for environmental justice. Growing up surrounded by so much beautiful nature has instilled in me a great appreciation for what it means to live in concert and harmony with this environment, and seeing the ways in which snow days disappear each year and the summers are a little hotter has pushed me to fight, to stand up, to believe that there can be a better future, that other generations will also get to experience this climate and natural world that I've been fortunate enough to grow up in. Another thing you'll see a lot of throughout these videos is light and happiness, and this really gets at the heart of the change that I want to see in the world. Yes, fundamentally, I want everyone to have access to clean water, fresh air, and a livable planet, but more than that, I want everyone to be able to live in a world where they have hope, where they believe that not only will they be able to survive, but that they will be able to live and create free from oppression and inequality. This vision for change has pushed me to unite with others into a variety of teams working to make the world more just, sustainable, and equitable in a variety of ways. While organizing students at my school for greater say in our education, I found that what I always thought was a loud mouth was actually a powerful voice to advocate for the rights of myself and others. And while working on a team to develop and write an environmental newsletter for my school, I realized that my scope of environmental justice was heavily biased towards my own experiences in the US, and that any true form of climate justice needed to focus not only on inequalities within a nation, but on the international scale and involve climate reparations. In short, working on a team has taught me how to best develop skills in order to fit into the needs of the whole, and that empathy can be as important to activism as a protest or policy change. Now, as I look towards the future, a CDLI immersion is the perfect place for me to continue learning what climate justice in a global context looks like while putting into action the skills I have learned in the past. Specifically, my goals for an immersion are really working on de-Westernizing how I interact with the environmental movement and environmental issues in general. While I've spent a lot of time learning what I can and working within a global context, ultimately, the best way to learn is to do. Additionally, I've specifically applied for the Hong Kong immersion because I've lived in areas surrounded by nature my entire life, and when I talk to people about environmental justice and protecting our climate, it's always related to this deep, profound interactions between them and the natural world, ones which I can relate to. However, Hong Kong is a major urban international hub, and I really want to see how environmental connections play out and how people at the CF Capital at the Capital Fund are, passionate about protecting the environment and how this plays out and how they've developed this passion. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm also particularly drawn to a CDLI immersion because the excitement and joy that I get from exploring a new place, and not only exploring a new culture, but getting to live in it. At 7, I swore I would leave my tiny town, and at 17, I got on a plane and moved halfway around the world, where I stayed for 11 months without going home. And in this time, I really learned what I'm capable of and the ways I can find home in a new place, and that, maybe I don't know how to do something. Maybe it's tricky. Maybe I'm confused because I don't speak the language, but I have the confidence and determination to know that I can and will learn the skills that I need. And getting to live in a place so different from everywhere I've experienced, such as Hong Kong, is an amazing opportunity to learn a new language and to learn different ways of being in the world, which I can then take and apply to my life and climate advocacy back home in Vermont and the States.